Buenos días y bienvenidos a todos. Good morning and welcome, everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shearer, and I am the Spiritual Director and Founding Minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and password or check our website, www.cslpv.org, and you'll find the link on both the landing page as well as where you find the weekly talks. And I have repaired the link now, so it hopefully should work for everyone. Today is Sunday, October 12th, 2025. And we are continuing our monthly topic of Glow Up. This week, the topic is the Holy Land is Everywhere. And I'd like to acknowledge that tomorrow is the Canadian Thanksgiving Day, which is always the second Monday of October. So happy Thanksgiving to all my Canadian friends. And it is also in the United States, both Columbus Day and Indigenous Peoples Day. One of the suggested books for reading this month is Braiding Sweetgrass: Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teachings of Plants by Robin Wall Kimmerer. And once again, I'd like to truly welcome everyone, including those that are new to our teaching or to our center here in Vallarta, whether you are on the live Zoom call or watching the replay at a later time. Here we teach a philosophy called the science of mind, and we honor all faith traditions. So whatever path you are on, please know that it is the right one for you and that everyone is welcome here. So this teaching of the science of mind is based on new thought and ancient wisdom. We offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth, and we honor diversity in all aspects so that we can see and appreciate the great oneness that already exists everywhere and within everyone. When Dr. Ernest Holmes was asked to provide a concise definition of the teaching of the science of mind, he had replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. So each week we offer an inspirational message. We offer the Zoom meeting at 10 a.m. and on the first and third Sunday of the month, we meet at noon at Café La Ventana. And after each service, whether it's online or in person, we would like to offer you to stick around and enjoy a coffee together in community and to converse with like-minded people. We are also considering looking for a new location that is more accommodating for us. So stay tuned for details. And as my intention to grow this center, we are inviting guest speakers to join us on the second Sunday of the month to provide the message in Spanish with English translations. So if you know of someone or you are someone that is a practitioner or a student of the science of mind or another spiritual director, then please contact me if you are interested in having an opportunity to speak in your native language on a Sunday morning to share our messages. And so now, as we do each week, let's review our purpose, vision, and mission statements. We have a grand purpose here each week, and that is to celebrate, pardon me, to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, creating the life you desire. And this is supported by our mission to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. And more on all of these can be found on their own drop-down page on our website. So if you are interested in learning more, please check that out. And now for our creative thought prayer or affirmative prayer or spiritual mind treatment, whichever term you prefer to use. We will be reading from the Creative Thought magazine from October 2014. And as always, spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer is always done in the first person. So I invite you to take these words as your own if you so choose. Divine mind knows no negatives, and in my consciousness, it is the cause and continuity of my physical well-being. I know and decree that God alone rules, governs, and directs my mind and emotions. My health is complete right now, and it is permanent. I have no interest in the possibility of illness. I refuse to speculate upon negatives that might happen. Nothing in my subconscious mind can infect my consciousness in any way. God's perfect and pure thoughts fill my mind. God's glorious love fills my emotions, and they are balanced in this divine love. My entire inner life is well, healthy, and vital. I know this total health for myself and for all my loved ones. I behold the health of the living spirit in their consciousness. Their whole attention is on great and constructive ideas. We are at peace within ourselves and with all other people. Health is the glory of God, and we have it. And that, my friends, was submitted by Raymond Charles Barker and reprinted from October 1978. So giving reverence for the earth is a true glow up. In honor of Indigenous Peoples Day, let's find inspiration from Native Americans' tradition to honor our land as holy. I'd also like to make note that although nearly 80% of people that were asked, they support Indigenous Peoples Day, and many who still don't support the change claim that we are erasing history. Columbus will not disappear from history due to a holiday change. Renaming the holiday is not about erasing history. It's about deciding as a nation whom we choose to honor. The three Spanish ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, set sail on August 3rd, 1492. The Santa Maria was lost when it ran aground on December 25th, 1492, near Haiti. Here in Vallarta, we had a replica of the Santa Maria named the Mari Galante, which set sail across the bay both day and night. Sadly, it sank in the middle of the bay in front of my house on Friday afternoon on the weekend of Columbus Day. It is now in its sacred resting place. And Chief CSL spoke these words in December of 1854. He said, "Every part of the earth is sacred to my people. Every shining pine needle, every sandy shore, every mist in the dark woods, every meadow, every humming insect, all are holy in the memory and experience of my people. We love this earth as a newborn loves its mother's heartbeat. So if we sell you our land, love it as we have loved it, care for it as we have cared for it. Hold in your mind the memory of the land as it was when you received it. Preserve the land for all children and love it as God loves us. As we are part of the land, you too are part of the land. This earth is precious to us. It is also precious to you. One thing we know, there is only one God. No man, be he red man or white man, can be a part. We are all brothers after all. And Louise Hay said this: in the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. So the earth is designed to serve as a source of abundance, to allow life to grow, evolve, and thrive. And following the example set by Indigenous people, we may choose to honor our holy relationship with the land. In the Science of Mind textbook, Ernest Holmes writes, the combined intelligence of humanity could not create the life of a plant, yet the intelligence in the creative soil of the earth will produce as many for us as we ask when we plant the seed of that which we wish to have created. Plants serve as a beautiful example of the divine design. We experience our individual glow up when we tend to the soil of our minds with the same loving care as tending to the earth. And Millard Fuller from Habitat for Humanity said this: for a community to be whole and healthy, it must be based on people's love and concern for each other. So first, we must take responsibility. The United States is experiencing a glow up as the country began to take responsibility for the physical and cultural genocide of First Americans. And I would say this goes the same for Canada as well. A holiday once designated for the man who discovered America is now celebrated as Indigenous Peoples' Day. The truth about Indian boarding schools is coming to light in both Canada and the United States, while the governments and religious organizations responsible for abusing thousands of First American children are attempting to atone for their actions. And starting as a movement in 1977, it took 13 years before Indigenous Peoples' Day was recognized by the states. In 2021, Joe Biden formally commemorated the holiday with a presidential proclamation, becoming the first US president to do so. However, things have changed since 2021. And Indigenous people is not a recognized holiday under the federal law today. And as is true for most of us, America's glow up is still a work in progress. The first American Museum opened in 2021, and it is the first Smithsonian Institute dedicated to honoring First Americans. The cultural traditions of Indigenous people center on honoring the spiritual nature of Earth. Today's theme is a quote from Black Hawk, who said, "The Holy Land is everywhere." This week is a perfect opportunity to celebrate the culture of Native people by giving reverence to the earth. And Ernest Holmes said this: Even though we may be lost in the wilderness, we should not forget that the very power which created the wilderness is the power that builds the path for us to return to the Holy Land. So, yes, make every experience sacred, for every experience is sacred. The ultimate glow up comes from recognizing the divinity of all life and every step that we take upon Holy Land. Many of us are so focused on our to-do list and other responsibilities that we forget that every experience is sacred. For those of us in survival mode, it may be even more difficult to recognize the spiritual nature of life. Despite our challenges, we never need to look far to see and appreciate the miracle of life. The sun rises and sets without fail. Plants burst through the sidewalks. The natural world serves as proof that we were designed to break through even the toughest obstacles. And as Willy Wonka sang, if you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to, do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it. So when we open our eyes to the truth that the Holy Land is everywhere, we too can use pure imagination to appreciate the land and give the earth the reverence she deserves. Rumi wrote this: even though we may be lost in the wilderness, we should not forget that the very power which created the wilderness is the power that builds the path for us to return to the Holy Land. And yes, that was the last clip from Ernest Holmes. Rumi wrote, in this earth, in this soil, in this pure field, let's not plant any seed other than seeds of compassion and love. So a quick story for you. A traveler once stopped in a small town in New Mexico. Early one morning, he went for a walk and came upon an old man sitting beneath a grove of cottonwoods by the river. The traveler commented on the beauty of the place and said, "You're lucky to live somewhere so peaceful." The old man smiled and replied, "Yes, but the peace isn't in this place. It's in the way you stand in it." He went on to tell the traveler that when he was a boy, his grandmother taught him to greet the ground every morning. She said, "The earth is a cathedral. You don't have to wait for Sunday or for walls and windows. You just have to take off your shoes once in a while and feel that you are standing on something holy." So may I suggest that we ground ourselves in nature. When we're ready for a personal glow up, we can simply look to the plants around us for inspiration. Our minds operate in the same way as the soil. When we plant the experiences that we desire, pull the weeds of fear from our thoughts, water and nurture our minds with affirmations, and feel the sunshine of spiritual connection, our dreams take root and bears healthy fruit. And for those of us struggling to survive or caught up in that busyness of life, connecting with nature is a wonderful way to ground ourselves. And we can enjoy the fresh air, run our hands through the grass, hug a tree, play in the sand. Cloud gazing can activate our imaginations as well and remind us that we are free from limitations. Jen Sincero wrote this. It isn't until we connect or reconnect with who we truly are and start investing in what's true for us that we start to live rich, full, authentic lives. So, in conclusion, this earth offers a living lesson in generosity. Every field and forest reveals a divine pattern, life endlessly giving birth to life. When we learn from indigenous wisdom and approach the land as sacred kin rather than a possession, we begin to live in harmony with creation rather than in dominance over it or dominion over it. The intelligence within the soil holds the secret of creation. It knows how to bring forth abundance. The same is true of the inner landscape of our minds. When we cultivate thoughts of love, gratitude, and possibility, the seeds we plant in our minds will unfailingly grow. The miracle of life, whether in a garden or the soul, is never in the striving, but in the trusting. And I'll leave you with this final quote. The greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members. And that is, of course, Coretta Scott King, the daughter of MLK Jr. And that brings us to our affirmation of the week. I embrace the holy nature of the earth. And so now it is our time for news and updates at our center. If you are interested in learning more about the Science of Mind teaching, we do offer courses via Zoom and in person. So connect with me, as I haven't updated the website yet on the details. So you can look in the coming weeks or connect with me personally to find the details. And let me know if there's a specific course or a book study that you would be interested in taking so that we can plan dates for these as well. Perhaps we would like together read the braiding sweetgrass, the book by Robin Wall Kimmerer, which is the suggested reading for this this month. Or if there's any other book study that you would be interested in, please let me know as well so we can make plans for those. And also, if you would be interested in having a one-on-one connection for spiritual mind treatment, please connect with me. And if you would like to commit to being a member of the center here in Vallarta, or if you would like to be on our board of directors, then please contact me for the application forms. And I'd also like to remind you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. When you like and subscribe on YouTube, it does affect the algorithms, which allows for more people to see it in their suggested viewings. So please like and subscribe on YouTube. And now it is time for our contribution. It is our mindful giving and financial support of our spiritual home. When you support us, we are able to continue offering this powerful teaching to support you. So we bless the financial gifts that you give today. Every donation is greatly appreciated, no matter the amount. And your contributions are circulated through our tithing to the greater organization, which reaches out globally as well as locally. And we also tithe to a local women's shelter that assists women and children that have left an abusive home, and it allows them the opportunity to become grateful and successful members of the community. Donations can be made using either PayPal or Tithely through our website, www.cslpv.org, and you'll find the donate buttons on both the landing page as well as on the top of the page where you find the replays. Alternatively, you can still mail in a paper check if you so wish and address it to CSLPV number 403 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, V1Y 8N1. And now, please join me in our offertory affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So thank you for coming and sharing this time together. And let's continue practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living also includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. Today, more than ever, we need to stand for peace. So hug your friends, your loved ones, your neighbors. May peace and love be with you. Blessings to all. Namaste.